Alright YouTube, so today's a pretty simple day. Today's going to be a day of scraping and cleaning all the caulking off the roof. See how the caulking's peeling up certain spots. Got to peel that up and reseal the roof, that way we don't get any leaks inside. So far we've been lucky, don't have any leaks inside. I want to keep it that way, so here we go. Time to start scraping. I'll take some pictures and show you some different pictures of me doing this. Alright YouTube, so I removed the old caulking. I'm going to wipe off all the loose dirt. And then I'm going to, I have a loose screw. Gotta get a screwdriver and tighten that down. And then after I do that, I'm going to wipe this down with some, I'm going to use Windex because it's pretty good at getting nasty stuff off. And then I'll get my caulking out and I'll show you me caulking it. Alright, so I wipe it down. I put the caulking down. Now that's going to level itself out a little bit. It'll smooth itself out. As you can see, it's already starting to set up a little bit. So, not a big deal. It doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to look pretty. All I have to do is do its job. And we should be good. As you can see, this is a good time to inspect your screws. I got some screws that are coming up. I've got cracks in this fitting, which if I had the time and the energy to spend right now and the money, I'd go buy a new one and just replace that. But since we're going to cover it, I'll make sure I cover the crack real good there and there, and I'll just tighten down my screws and make sure everything's good to go there, and then we should be alright. So I'm going to continue cleaning those screw heads out, tighten all the screws down, finish cleaning it up, and then cover it. Like I said, it doesn't have to be pretty, but I went all the way around. Everywhere there was a screw, I covered the screw head, and where there was cracks, I covered the cracks. And I went along the very edge and got all that nice and thick around there. Now that's going to settle down some, smooth itself out. And once it's done that, I'll come back and I'll take some pictures or video, and I'll show you what it looked like smoothed out when it's settled itself. What I'm using here is Superflex Total Protection Self-Leveling Sealant. It's supposed to be ideal for all horizontal applications. I bought this specifically at one of the big box store camping stores. I'm not promoting any of them specifically, but I got it at Camping World. So that's what I'm using. First time using this one specifically. I have used a version of this that's in a can, like a paint can, and spread it on with a roller or with a paintbrush. That worked very well for all my other campers. This one, because of the type of stuff that I have to do just around all the holes and stuff like that, I figured I would try the self-leveling out of the tube and see if that works better for me. Alright, see when it's done. I got my assistant down there opening up the roof vent. As you can see, I removed the roof vent cover because I'm going to peel this stuff up and reseal there. Hi, Chloe.
Hi.
Can you see her? She's down in there. Alright, Chloe. So take that off. There. Leave it open. That's good. So now I'm going to clean all that off. Yeah? Ah, okay. You need to stand on something. Got it. So I'm going to clean all the stuff out around there, scrape and reseal all that. Most of that's on there pretty good, so I don't need to scrape off a whole lot. Just like the front here, I have some loose stuff. I'm going to scrape that off. And then we'll reseal that. I'm going to do the same thing with the fridge vent, even though my fridge isn't a gas original fridge. It's just a regular 110 college type fridge. I still want to seal there because I don't want water leaking down in that compartment. So we're going to pull this top here off, and then I'll reseal around there, get those two done. And then we'll do the TV antenna there. I'm going to clean that up around. We had a real bad heavy rainstorm here a couple months ago, and right where that TV plug is, the cable plug for the antenna, I seem to have gotten some water dripping down through the actual antenna itself. So that whole piece needs replaced because it's broken inside and doesn't crank right. So I'm just going to seal around the plug here. I'll seal around this here and here. Obviously I'm going to do the screws and stuff all over again too. But here, the mechanical mechanism that turns and rotates, I'm going to actually seal all that too. Because like I said, since this doesn't work properly anyways, I don't use it. Until I get a new one, I'll just seal all that up and prevent any other issues we may end up having. So, alright, here we are 2 days later. Everything is settled. You can see it leveled itself out down here and come back over the edges again. You can see it settled down here. That's alright, I can live with that.